Hey, Leah here. So, if you're anything like me, you've noticed that I've misspelled the title to this song intentionally. Something I just explained to my youngest daughter is that the intention of this song is definitely a love song to the country where I was born. And it's also, when I talk about missing America, it's actually less about homesickness and more about a longing for an idea. You know, there's been a lot of talk about the American dream, the idea of people who have traveled from around the world intentionally and some who were brought against their will, but having an equal opportunity in that miraculous place to build any kind of life that they want. And then, of course, Dr. King's update of the dream to really literally include everyone. That's the idea, right? So knowing as we do, whether you're American or you've heard of it, that, the dream is still in process, it's still in progress. And that's what the song is about. But I actually wrote it before I moved overseas. I was visiting the country where I live now, and we happened to see on the news that some of almost my direct neighbors, because at the time I lived in Alexandria, Virginia, and these were folks in Charlottesville who were having a Unite the Right rally, which basically means they were standing up for their right to hate. And everybody has the full and utter right to believe anything they want to, as long as they're not causing harm to anyone else. And it is debatable whether or not, openly being hateful is harmful to others. I'd say it is, but that's a whole separate conversation. The point is that the people we were staying with then turned to me and asked, what the heck is going on over there? And full disclosure, I live in Germany, so it was kind of a little bit, on the one hand, I was like, apologizing for my country. On the other hand, recognizing that humanity, we human beings, do have a history of us and theming. It is one of the biggest things that we will need to overcome in order to survive as a species. And the United States doesn't have a monopoly on it, but it is part of our history. So this song is just calling out to the possibility of growing up as a nation, as a species, becoming something more than we've ever been, and recognizing that in order to reach that promised land, in order to reach that home, in order to achieve and live into that dream, the recipe is relatively simple. I guess it's a matter of defining love and then acting in love, living in love. The final line of the song is, love will guide us home. Whatever love is, wherever home is, whoever we are, I believe that's the recipe. Standing on a distant shore, thinking of my home. What did I go roaming for? Just what have I done? I miss America. She stays in my heart. I still miss America. She feels so far. Today is October 31st, 2024. And in a few days, the United States will have probably the most historically significant election, certainly in my lifetime. And there are many people who would like to point the country and perhaps all of us in a backwards facing direction. And there are a great many people who want to look and move and vote and create forward. I think we're all somewhat on the edge of our seats to see what the majority of voters decide. And I would say that regardless of the results of this election, each of us has the responsibility to show up for what we believe is the best way to move forward as a nation and as a species. So I'll see you on the other side of this election. We will survive it. And those of us who are intending to move forward will keep doing so. Regardless of who's in the White House, who's in your house, and what do you stand for. Don't tell me it's that again. Looking back, I get sad again. Have we gone mad again? Things were not better then. There's only us, there is not a them. There's only one way that we can win. God wants to bless this land. When we hate, we've forsaken Him. My, it's good to be here now and take a look around. Majesty from in the sky, there's work to do once we hit the ground.